Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. This morning, early Monday, the CCSA reported 10,035 new cases of the coronavirus around the country within a 24-hour period. In the same period, 10,590 people recovered and were released from quarantine. 60 deaths have been attributed during the same period to the virus. With a series of 3 tropical rainstorms heading for this region of Asia, the Thai Ministry of Interior has ordered all provincial governors to prepare ahead. The first of the 3, nicknamed Lion Rock, is due to affect the northeastern and eastern provinces at any time from today. Small boats, ferries and of course swimmers are being advised to remain on the shoreline, as high waves and undercurrents are predicted for all Gulf regions. In some provinces, locals are being warned to move to higher ground, and the prospect of higher river levels and reservoirs forced to release more water remains a serious concern for the next 7 to 10 days, which would affect all downriver regions. 16 reservoirs are reported as close to or at maximum water containment levels. As the storms rose around the region over the weekend, so 3 fishermen were rescued off Koh Kut near Koh Chang. We reported this some 10 days ago. However, now a government spokesman has reconfirmed that provided COVID numbers remain around the same as the current levels, November the 1st will see a series of major destinations reopened to visitors from abroad and with COVID vaccination records. Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chonburi's own Pattaya, Banglamung and Sattahip, along with Hua Hin and Cha Am, are all set to see the so-called Sandbox program applied. This in essence would allow freedom of travel within those regions on arrival in Thailand. As far as we're currently aware, those returning to, for example, Pattaya, even with homes in the region, will be expected to register and actually live and sleep in the approved hotels. However, they would have freedom of travel within the zones. Flights within Thailand are set to be restricted to those passengers who've either been fully vaccinated or provide a negative COVID test not more than 3 days old to departure teams. This according to the CCSA, who've also ordered that ventilation systems be fully maintained and anyone failing temperature testing be refused travel. With plans in process that will see schools open for the new term on time in Thailand, it's been clarified that random COVID testing can and will be carried out from the start of next month. The testing, which of course is non-invasive, will see both pupils and staff tested bi-weekly and afford parents greater confidence, according to the government spokeswoman, who also clarified that shops and retailers near to schools will also be scrutinised to protect pupils. When a 33-year-old Malayan man was nabbed in Hua Hin and found to be in possession of 209 blank credit cards, along with bank books, a card reading device and pre-cloned cards, all used to steal money from bank accounts via ATMs, he was read the riot act by the police, who made it very clear what kind of jail term he faced. As a result, he quickly led them to his supplier, and a 39-year-old Romanian man was also arrested along with his supply of tools of his illegal trade. Meanwhile, in our own region this morning, Chonburi province reports 473 new cases of the virus, 94 in Chonburi city, 131 in Silachar, 69 in Banglamung, including Pattaya, and 77 in Sattahip. In the same period, 2 deaths have been attributed to the virus. And in Pattaya, the continued battle for the blighted Bali Hai condo project, blocked halfway during its construction, that's seen the developers file for bankruptcy protection, has risen its somewhat ugly head again this weekend, seeing the Bali Hai construction company reported as having filed for an amended construction plan that would, if approved, see several floors removed from the project. However, with a demolition order in place and claims of encroachment on public land, the issue will be far from plain sailing. For 8 years, the development has sat frozen as a shell as financial and planning battles ensued. Concern was raised around the city on Saturday as to the location of a huge fire, of which the smoke could be seen for miles. The fire brigade quickly attended the area of Wat Chai Mongol, which is in Pattaya, Thai, to find a construction workers' camp was ablaze. 45 minutes later and most of the fire was doused. It's assumed that shoddy wiring caused the initial blaze and was then fed by numerous gas tanks used by the locals to cook on. The weekend saw both Pattaya and Jomtien busy And with traffic congestion too, a rarity until now, as more and more Bangkokians flood to the ocean side, with plans now firmly afoot to see the area reopened as a Sandbox region. More and more businesses are considering reopening again, as we can only speculate but assume that alcohol may be allowed to be sold in eateries once this goes into effect, as it is in those regions already in the Sandbox programs. And with the Met Office promising highs of just 30 degrees today, dropping down to 27, a humid day and a good chance of storms at any time. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program,